the most popular part of the road when it comes to stories, plays, and bad poetry. Authors love to write about intersections. It's the intersections upon the road of life where all of our decisions are laid out for us, where we must decide whether to follow one path or another.
Intersections are where those important decisions are made, where a turn in the road can lead to a sight unseen, where a chance encounter with a stranger can lead to... Well, they're good in poetry, not so good in driving. For today's examples, these orange cones behind me are going to represent a four-way intersection with stop signs at every corner.
Dude, why can't we use a real intersection?
Because for practice, you know, it's just best, it's just easier.
How can this be easier? I mean, setting up all these cones, it must have taken forever.
Yeah, there's like an intersection like 1 block down the road.
Okay, I didn't want to have to say this, but some of you drivers, a parking lot is a little bit better to practice in because orange cones don't sue. The decisions you make in intersections affect your life greatly. Like whether you're going to get to your destination point or not. Now please, don't anybody go anywhere until I tell you to. As you notice, I am standing in the middle of the intersection. So I would like to, you know, not die.
Die? We're not even using real cars, man.
Pretend die. Try to buy into the fantasy.
Yeah, why can't we use real cars? My feet are getting sore.
Do you have any idea how much it would cost to rent 4 cars? That's not coming out of my pocket. I'm barely getting paid for this little production.
Well, we do have 1 car.
No way. That's my car.
Well, how are we going to learn to drive if we're not actually driving? Yeah.
Fine. But if there is 1 scratch on it, you all are going to pay.
Yeah, we got it.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Wait a second. She's gonna be driving the car and we're on foot. We're all gonna die.
Oh, no, come on. We're all going to be safe. Now, listen. According to the National Safety Council, about 40% of all accidents occur in intersections, just like this one. In urban areas, that number rises to 50%. And on average, a pedestrian, that's a person that's not in the car, is killed every 111 minutes. So let's not bump up those numbers. The most common problem in an intersection like this is turning lanes. If everybody changes lanes at the same time... Alright, come on. That wasn't a command. Hey! Alright, everyone, sit. I should be getting hazard pay for this. Back up! If everybody starts turning at the same time, the result is chaos and a possible traffic accident. The solution to that problem is known as the right-of-way rules. Okay, let's say Dana and Jill here. They come into the intersection at the same time, and they both want to make a left-hand turn. Who goes first, Dana or Jill?
Me.
Now, you both can't be right. All right? If you both go at the same time, you're both going to be very, very wrong. In this case, Jill goes first. She has the right-of-way.
Ha! Whatever.
Does anybody know why Jill goes first?
You like her better?
No. It's because she is on the right of you. When 2 cars come into an intersection at the same time, the car on the right goes first. They have the right-of-way. Now, in this case, you have the right-of-way. Of course, sometimes... Hey, yeah! Oh, my... Of course, sometimes the other driver isn't paying enough attention. Do you want to go now?
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's right, you don't. Unless you want to try to go through the other vehicle. Sometimes intersections can seem like magnets to traffic congestion and bad driving behavior. People don't look both ways, they don't turn on their turn signals. That's why you don't want them to catch you by surprise. You've got to pay extra attention at an intersection. Now, all intersections don't look like this one.
Intersections come in all shapes and sizes. They can be local suburban intersections like this driveway, or rural intersections where you might encounter trains, farm equipment, or horse-drawn vehicles. We see them on the way to work, or on the way to not going to work.
Inattentive drivers aren't the only thing that you need to be wary of in intersections. You also need to be on the lookout for people. Well, people like me.
Almost hit you.
Yeah, good job on the brakes. Inattentive pedestrians can be just as dangerous, as well as kids, pets, and other potential hazards. They may not be looking for you, but you need to be looking for them. Now, what happens if you come to an intersection where there are no stop signs, there are no traffic lights? What do you do then? How do you know when to go? How do you know if the other driver is even going to stop? Well, there is one word to remember: yield. Remember, failure to yield is the #1 cause of traffic fatalities. Here are 4 simple things that you can do to avoid trouble at an intersection. When you come up to an intersection, do the following.
1. Cover your brake. This will cut down your braking reaction time by 3/4 of a second, allowing you more time to see what's going on in front of you. 2. Yield to other drivers and pedestrians. Let the other person go first. This will allow you even more reaction time and avoid a possible traffic confrontation. 3. Avoid rapid braking acceleration. This way, you'll have more control over your vehicle. 4th, remember your proper turning procedures and follow them once the intersection is clear. Make sure you're in the proper turning lane. Remember to have your turn signal on well in advance. Finally, make your turn slowly and purposefully once you know that the intersection is clear.
Of course, knowing just how clear the intersection needs to be is an important task too. Proper gap selection can be the difference between properly and safely pulling into the intersection in the flow of traffic or causing an accident. Okay, Peter, go long.
Yes?
Yup, good. Okay, now start heading back towards Colleen's car.
For example, Colleen here knows that Peter, in his imaginary car, is still a ways away. But how do you know if he's far enough away from you to safely turn? Remember the 3-second rule. You always want to maintain a 3-second cushion of distance between your vehicle and the other drivers. So you'll need to compensate for that when you're moving into the traffic flow along your new path too. Try practicing this a few times. With a bit of practice, you'll get to where you can easily judge 3 seconds worth of distance between you and any oncoming traffic. Which means you'll also be able to judge a proper distance for safe gap selection when making a turn at an intersection.
By using these yielding techniques, gap selection techniques, and those oh so important right-of-way rules, you're on your way to avoiding becoming another deadly traffic statistic. So, think you got it?
I got it.
Yeah, I think we got it.
All right.
Get off my car.
Oh, I want to do it.
Hey, no. Get out of my car. Get out.